You could have heard this episode 48 hours early on our Patreon, patreon.com/indieheadspodcast. By joining us for as low as $1 a month, you'll see episodes early, gain access to our Discord server, and get yourself an Indieheads podcast sticker. All of our upcoming episodes we up on our Patreon 48 hours before it hits our public podcast feeds. But if you're hearing this via our Patreon feed, we thank you so much for your support. We especially want to thank our Real Ones patrons, including Becca Tien, Georgia Mikowski, James Boss, Marcy Anime, Chance Holdup, Delaney Mothman, Josiah Duncan, Jenna, Matt Cameron, Grant in the Back of My Dragula, Nicole Rifkin, Tim's Discount Prices, Parker Gross, Andrew Grieve, JP, Rena Castigar, Ian, Matthew Taylor, I Like Books, Sarah Moore, Griff, Max Kabazinski, Mark Barry, Cal50, Come with a Penis, Chris Wade, Midwest Maxwell, Jake Wald, Grant, Keep Autism Weird, Rob Marino, Max, Dylan, Zach, Gavin Freak, and Maze Farms. To become a real one, consider supporting us for $5 a month on Patreon. Receive a bonus episode every month and get a shout out at the top of the pod. Anyways, though, enjoy the episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Indieheads podcast. I'm your host, Matt Monroe, here with Grant and two very special guests, Miranda Reinert from the Endless Scroll podcast, amongst other ventures, and Hannah Jocelyn, writer for Pitchfork, Them, various other platforms, both former guests, but also have not been on in quite some time. So both of y'all, welcome back to the pod.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
And we both have you here for a very important purpose. So Grant had a series, or sort of has an ongoing miniseries, because I feel like the well of white girl heaters is almost endless.
There are multiple that are being planned currently.
Yes, but I decided as a white boy, it's time for us to get the shine. Like women, they just get all the love and praise and shine and stuff, and the men were just left in the dust. But around the time that these white girls were cooking, hey, the white boys, they were putting up some competition here, as I'm here to present, finally, after a very long delay, White Boy Heaters Volume 1.
It's time.
So I'm already teasing the sequel. So quick, we were supposed to record this in January, but we had to push it back due to some scheduling reasons, and it got pushed back to February. And then I think the week that we were supposed to record it, Jackie was like, hey, you probably shouldn't do an episode called White Boy Heaters in February. And I was like, yeah, that's not a good idea. I agree. Just didn't think about it when we were pushing it back. So it's here now after 3 or 4 delays. We're finally here to talk about the White Boy Heaters, and very similar to the White Girl Heaters, this is it's basically adult contemporary bangers from the mid to late 90s to early to mid 2000s, in that like decade range, in where basically Kurt Cobain died and grunge was kind of on its way out, and it was sort of becoming many different things. And the adult contemporary wave in the early 90s had completely petered out and become stale and lifeless. It already kind of was at its peak, but with the influence of the sort of new alternative wave, we got a lot of interesting bands and acts making a softer brand of alternative that had its roots in many genres. I think power pop comes to mind with a couple of these bands. But generally, again, adult contemporary, best way to explain it. And the first song that I heard early, the first song that I thought of once I had the idea for this playlist, it had to be this one. It's Duncan Sheik, Barely Breathing. One of the most, when you think of a white boy heater, this has to be one of the first songs that you hear. This song is just beautiful. I've been listening to this playlist off and on since I made it back in September, and I'm just gobstruck every single time I listen to this song, even if the engineering is kind of dog shit. The more that I listen to it, there's a lot of very strange choices. Like why do the drums sound like that? The vocal mixing's not great, but the song is just too good. It's too good that I'm willing to forgive these issues.
So I actually, and this is something I'm going to talk about a lot with these songs, is I have a soft spot for the way that like these late 90s songs sound. Like even when it's compressed and like even when the mixing isn't great, like the very like bright double track guitars are just like, that's my ASMR. Like, yeah. I love that shit so much. And I mean, this song doesn't really do much for me. Like, I have a couple of friends that make this kind of music, like modern white boy heaters.
Yeah.
And that's better. But this is just like, I feel like I'm in CVS, but not in a good way, the way that I am with some of these other songs. But we'll get there.
Yeah, we should also say the alternative title for this episode is also CVS Bangers Volume 6 or 7, whatever version that guy
so
was putting
many of our series can just kind of boil down to CVS Bangers. Violin at the Water Park kind of was that. The White Girl Heaters are kind of that. I've never heard this song before in my fucking life until it was on this podcast. You know?
Really?
Yeah. I grew up in Texas, and we just kind of have our own ecosystem with what's playing on our radio stations. Like, I thought the Toadies were Nirvana big growing up. So
that's fair.
This just never made its way into my earwaves until this week, and I gotta say, I think it's pretty good. I don't know if anything on this episode, with one major exception that I'll spend 3 fucking hours on, I don't know if any of them I like as much as the White Girl Heaters, but that's just because I made those playlists, so I could talk about like Michelle Branch for 2 hours, but I think this is pretty good.
I was going to say, I'm curious what the one song is, but I already know what the one song is.
You know what the one song is.
I already know what it is, which we will not spoil.
Very curious.
God, this fucking white boy, Duncan, he's just singing his goddamn heart out.
This song...
He's barely breathing.
Glee does a cover of this song.
Oh, it's funny you say that, Miranda.
All of the couples break up.
Well, it's very, very funny that you mentioned that, Miranda, because I do have an adjacent playlist with this playlist, a series of YouTube videos. Now, the last time we did this, the White Girl Hears episode, I decided to find white boys covering, or just any boy covering the White Girl Heaters.
A very misogynistic move of you.
Yes.
If I had to say so, Maddie.
I was just trying to be fair, make sure that we had a nice equal gender split of those songs, but I couldn't really figure out like a consistent theme with any of these. Like at first I was like, okay, how about what if White Boy Heaters were sung by girls? It's like there's not really a lot of funny ones that I could find. So I kind of was like, oh, what if it's just like TV versions, because like the first 3 are like on TV, and then I couldn't find one for Oasis. So I was like, it's just an alternative reality version of this playlist. That's really the best theme I could come up with. But of course, first up is the Glee version, and I will say I've only previewed a couple of these. Like I think I scrolled through a couple of seconds, but some of these are going to be as much of a surprise to me as it is to you, my co-host this evening, and also you, the listener. But as this song here is fitting out, which it's just a heater. What else can you say? This song it's awesome. This white boy's his soul is on display, and he's just cooking. But let's hear how Glee took on this song, as we have Corey Monteith and Darren Criss.
Rest
this is
in
their
peace,
duet version.
Corey Monteith.
And you could immediately tell this is inferior.
Well, yeah, but he brings like anger to the song. They're bringing anger to the song.
And it's not bitterness. An angry song.
Yeah,
exactly.
No. The initial tone is not. It's not the same. Like they've made it into this like I've been betrayed. I'm angry. Thing.
It's scornful when it should be like just sad.
Soulful,
it should just be just kind of melancholic.
Yeah.
And also just the production, like
the auto-tune.
This is 2012 and sounds like it.
And it's also Glee where everything is this.
Yeah.
It's at this point they have the factory process of the covers like down to a science, you cannot deviate from the formula too much.
Yeah. Finn and Rachel, Kurt Van Blaine, and Santana and Brittany all break up in this episode.
Oh god.
What season is this?
Season 4.
Oh, okay, that's why I have no memory.
It's kind of deep in there.
Yeah, I only watched season 2 and parts of season 3 because a girl that I had a crush on in middle school really liked Glee.
Yeah.
Maddie, I thought a famous song said that you had no crushes from grade 5 to 9.
That was me doing some artistic licensing a little bit, you know.
I feel
trying to
betrayed
put
now
on
that
a-
I know that No Crush isn't based on a full true story, Maddie.
Well, it is. It is and it isn't. It is and it isn't, Grant. I won't divulge who No Crush may or may not be about.
What's the?
Do you not know what No Crush is, Hannah?
No, I mean, I don't. And also,
Oh,
wait.
Oh,
so
God.
Miranda,
All right,
if you
well-
remember, so who is Eli C in that? Is that like another of like the Warblers or something? Because I stopped watching after season 3.
Uh,
I don't know.
Let's,
What was that?
let's
Sorry.
consult Google.
Yeah, Eli
Eli
C
C.
in Glee. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Let's consult Google and see who he is. Did
Did he
Blaine
go-
go all the way with Eli C is the first result that pops up? Let's see.
And then
Yeah, I think
he
it's
had
kind of like a
sex-
cheating thing. I mean, it was a cheating scandal within it, but I don't know that like
So is he just not? Like,
he's just a
in the
minor.
episode-
He's just
he's
like
a
a one
very
episode
minor
character.
Yeah,
He's
within
like not even.
the
It's
Blaine
just some
and
guy.
Blaine and Kurt dynamic.
Eleanor, Electra.
great
He's
picture.
not even.
This is from the
it's just not
Facebook
even a photo
screenshot.
of him. It's not even a photo. It's just like a blurry picture on the wiki page.
It's the end of Skinamarink.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Ian Gilligan is the actor, so
His
let's see.
breakout role.
Let's- Ian Gilligan, not even the first result.
Okay.
okay.
IMDb.
IMDb,
Okay, he
as
looks
random guy. He doesn't even have a character name
so
on Wikipedia.
he looks like he could be like one of the guys singing a white boy hater.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely, he
Jesus.
kind of looks like Duncan.
Oh yeah.
A little bit.
Who-
bit.
Also, have we mentioned Spring Awakening yet? Because he did the music for Spring Awakening, and that's like how I know that name.
What is Spring Awakening?
It's a theater. It's a musical.
It's a
Mhm.
musical.
It was like a 2000s rock musical, and actually,
Okay.
fun fact, probably the reason why they sung that song. I'm pretty sure Leah Michele got her start, and also Jonathan Groff, who was also like on Glee. Like they both got their start on Spring Awakening, and there's all these weird stories about Leah Michele and Jonathan Groff and their
Oh,
bizarre friendship.
Yes.
oh, God. We can't. Like, that's just. Like, Glee has to be its own episode of the podcast because there's so much weird shit to get into
I can't do
with,
it.
like, the music and the cast. Like, the relationship between Jonathan Groff and Leah Michele is. The details that they both have divulged are. You keep that to yourself. Why the fuck? Why do I know that you like explored her body for like 20 minutes because you're gay? You just want to know what it was like.
Yes,
I don't
okay,
wanna know
that's what I was
that.
thinking of.
I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that, man. Why are you telling me this?
Yeah,
But Hannah, I'm so happy that I get to introduce you to this next song, this brief interlude.
This
so when I
gift.
was this gift. So when I was, let's see, this is 2012. So I think I recorded this in November 2012. So I would have been, let's see, I think I would have been 12, 13. I was, of course, at this point deep into the rap forums, and I had some aspirations to do some music, including rapping. And this is the rap song that I recorded when I was 13 years old over the beat of Grown Up by Danny Brown. This is my big hit song, No Crush.
1.6 thousand views. Nice.
Yo. Maddie. Crush. Let's go. Out of your league, that'd be a description of me. Going for the girls who are way too pretty. Later
I'm so
find out
sorry.
they are way too petty. From grade 5 to 9, my love life not so fine. Should've told them earlier, would have been scary. I'm a nice guy, they say, but I know they fucking plan.
Oh.
Can't trust none of these bitches. They just looking for the guys with the riches, looks,
Money and fame. The type of life is a goddamn shame.
Okay,
Crushes for
Me.
when I was in 8th grade, like I did not do this, grade, but I recorded a friend's vocals. When I was in the 8th grade, I thought I was gay, and I was right. No, I invited a friend over, and I like made like a beat that kind of, it was like me trying to do like the kind of like recovery era Eminem of just like the crashing drums or whatever, and then we recorded a song about like this girl that he was crushing on, and he was just like this pale kid with like long blonde hair. I feel like you get the vibe. It was like that, but like much worse, because I don't know, like there was some, you had something.
Well, the good news is that this song that you made is probably not online anywhere, while this song is online and will haunt me, and I can't delete it because it's a meme within it.
I already have it saved to my phone, Maddie.
Exactly. It has brought too many people joy for me to delete it, even though I would love for it to be off the face of the earth. Although I'm very glad that there is another rap song that I recorded that is very hard to find, that that people within the Indieheads podcast chat do have this, and they will use it as blackmail against me eventually, but hopefully I do not get on their bad sides. But back to the white boy heaters. Of course, we just left one white boy heater. We went to another white boy heater with No Crush. We're back with the OG white boy heaters. And of course, first song, Barely Breathing, that was the first song I heard. I'm like, okay, gotta make an entire playlist. What's the second? It's gotta be this one, If You Could Only See, by Tonic.
I hate this song.
Wait, elaborate.
Yeah, you gotta. No, I need to hear more. I need to hear more.
I hate this fucking guitar sound. I hate, like, I just, like, I don't think it's catchy enough. I don't know. I just hate it. I think it's like a little bit annoying, and like
but that's
every time I hear this song, like it could be any other song. I would love to hear quite literally any like Gavin DeGraw song instead.
Oh, just you wait.
Yeah.
Just you wait.
Yeah, but it's I hate this song. Of all of the songs on this playlist, this is my least favorite, like to a significant degree.
That is definitely crazy, considering that there is a Gavin DeGraw song on this playlist.
I love Gavin DeGraw, so
oh God, Jesus Christ.
I can't.
I gotta say my Gavin DeGraw jokes for that
he's
song.
He's like the least interesting of like the piano people from era. No.
I will say I put the Gavin DeGraw song on the playlist sort of last minute because I thought we were gonna get a different guest on. But she's going to be on the volume 2 whenever we do that in the summer, probably. I'm going to be all right. Counterpoint. What was the show on CNN or whatever that was Point Counterpoint? It was the one that Tucker Carlson was on, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. Counterpoint.
Counterpoint.
Counterpoint. So I'm going to go point by point with everything Miranda said. Point number 1 that Miranda made.
Yeah.
Wrong. Point number 2 that Miranda made. Wrong. Point number 3. Wrong. Point number 4. Wrong. All are wrong. This song is an angsty white boy banger about being in this toxic relationship with this girl that brings you as much joy and as much pain at the same time. And you just wouldn't get it. You wouldn't understand unless you looked into her eyes, man. Like if you saw the way that she looks at me, you would get it. You know.
So let's.
If I could only see, Maddie. If I could only see.
I don't think I can relate to this song in any capacity as a gay. You know, I just. This is not made for me, so I'm just watching it like the way I would.
More for me, bitch.
Like,
more for me.
So
more song for me to enjoy.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, wait, wasn't it like that? It's like an older woman that he's singing about.
Yes. If I remember the backstory, is that he wrote this about like an older woman that he was with.
Oh, so it's a MILF
not at the
anthem.
time. I think it was
that his parents
it is a MILF anthem. And he, of course, after the fact, he was like, "Yeah, no, like that. Like the people were right." But like at the time, people were right about the relationship. But at the time, it's like, look, you just wouldn't get it. You know, like you just wouldn't get it unless you saw the way that she looked at me and the way that she said, "I love you," like, and. That's a relatable feeling. Like I have been in like very like torrent, maybe I wouldn't say but very torrent relationships that things were happening so fast, and maybe people were reaching out in concern or whatever. It was just like you just wouldn't get it. And of course, the people were right to be concerned about the relationship. But at the time, being someone in my late teens, early 20s, it's just like you just wouldn't get it, man.
Yeah. So I actually wait. Sorry. Go
ahead.
I think I might have. No, I haven't mentioned this yet. Of how I mixed this song up with "Second Chance" by Shinedown.
Oh yeah, you did mention that in the chat.
Yeah,
I mentioned that in the chat. I haven't mentioned that here.
I hate it, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong to mix these songs up.
I love Second Chance. That is so stupid
Me
and
too.
over the top. The strings of that song are so hard. Like,
why did I invite you two on this episode of all episodes?
Maddie, Second Chance is fine.
It's not.
It's a good song.
In comparison to
we're not white
Pain
boys.
and fucking, there were so many worse songs on the Butt Rock series than Second Chance by Shinedown.
yeah,
Absolutely.
So
To you.
Actually,
To you.
wait, I'm just
To you.
checking up to confirm. Yeah, If You Could Only See was Jack Joseph Quigg, who I know his name because he produced Iris by the Goo. No, he mixed Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. And
yep,
Lifetime Pass.
I hear it.
He actually also mixed 1,000 Miles for Vanessa
Oh,
Carlton.
that's
nice.
a white girl heater right there.
No, he is a white heater of the the 90s and 2000s. I don't even think this is the only song that he mixed on this list.
Oh yeah, no. Like I can imagine that
King of the genre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
one of those guys that like when
It's
this era was popping off, like one of those guys you just passed around, like
Yeah.
you just gotta pass that guy around. Like, all right, you want something that has this vibe, you bring this guy into it.
You
Like,
gotta pass that guy around, man.
Dude, the drums sound like somebody
Getting it-
wheezing.
Getting
is
gets
the-
passed around.
Is the acoustic guitar like in your face and like hurting your ears? Then it's probably Jack Joseph Quigg.
There we go.
I don't know if I'm even pronouncing his name right, but let's hear the cover.
Whoever he is, whatever his name is pronounced, he is an icon. But now onto the cover. This is one again. I tried to find a really funny one, and this is the funniest it got. Now, if you wondered what this song would sound like if a butt rock guy sang it, well, I've got the video/song for you as Cindy Miller sings the song on the Australian version of The Voice.
If you could only she loves me, maybe you would understand.
He looks like
She said she
he looks like a supporting character on Shameless.
His beard
Like
looks
that's the guy
so
that has like a
long.
4-episode arc on Shameless.
That is a drag king beard. I'm obsessed. It looks fake.
So
I'm rocking with this.
really,
Why is
'Cause
Joe Jonas there?
Joe Jonas, Boy George? Like, what is this judging panel?
So Miranda, is this what you hear for when you hear the original and you don't like it? Because
No,
I think-
this is not what I hear. I actually think the problem with the original is like I think it sounds like really sterile and weird. There's like I think I don't like the guy's voice. Like that's maybe the core of the problem. And like to me, this is unironically more enjoyable to listen to. And it's because
I
I
can't do
like
this.
but I like the more like
yeah, the like aggressive.
yeah, just like that, like, I don't know. I just feel it. I don't know. This works for me.
You're just like the lady. Someone just
This
hit the
does not
button
work
and turn
I
their
can't
chair
watch
around.
I can't watch these shows because I'll cry, which is like so so cringe.
No.
I'm
It's
so
like-
emotional
is that
about it.
Was that Kelly Rowland?
I think that
Probably.
might have been Ready to Die or whatever that Kill or No Kill, whatever we called that game, alumni Kelly Rowland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Freddy versus Jason.
Of course.
Of course. Top comment. Thanks God, there's still someone singing rock music in these auditions.
Hell yeah.
He's a
Hell
hardcore
yeah.
rocker. No
Slay.
posing.
99% of kids have turned to pop and rap. Repost this episode if you're one of the 1% that still loves to rock and roll. Is all I'm
Oh
gonna say.
god. Yeah, just like a picture of like the Foo Fighters. I'm just seeing it. I definitely shared that in 2010.
Oh, absolutely. I which is why I hate going on Time Hop, because I will see me post things like that. I'm like, ugh. I get full body chills.
For me, does anyone have the Friends homework? I missed it when.
Last time I opened my fucking Facebook, my notification was 10 years ago. I was so excited because I got a Thermals record in the fucking mail, and it's like, oh,
woof,
woof,
woof. Back in my day, TBT stood for Truth Be Told, not Throwback Thursday. You know, back in my generation.
Are you younger than me? And
I'm 27.
Okay, you're just a little bit older than me. I don't think that it ever stood for that.
Truth be told. Ever stand for Truth Be Told?
No.
You didn't do TBT chains on Facebook back in the day?
TBH.
Yeah.
Again, maybe it was just my high school or my high school / middle school. It was TBT. It was Truth Be Told.
Or maybe
Truth
the
be
Mandela
told.
effect is real after all, Maddie.
That's potentially true.
Where'd you grow up in, like, St. Louis?
Yeah, St. Louis area.
Okay, well, Missouri's fucked anyway, so.
Technically, I'm in Illinois. But it is close enough to Missouri that's where my sister lives. Residual fucked upness.
Illinois on the
fucked up. Hell yeah. Again,
St.
Southwest
Louis
Illinois.
Yeah. Just
the
outside.
Greater St. Louis area, which I'm getting ready to move. This is, I believe. I don't know if this is I think this episode and the next one is the last one that I'm recording here in my parents' house before I move to North Carolina next week.
Oh.
But
exciting.
When are we going to get the address reveal, Maddie?
Let's see. I give it a month. I think I give it a month until I reveal it on an episode.
Until CanCon finds it in the Discord.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, I think CanCon is kind of like my, the private investigator Brian Wolf from Nathan For You. CanCon's kind of my Brian Wolf, like I think he'd do a pretty good job of finding me. But we ain't talking about getting doxxed. We're talking about white boy heaters, and we're keeping it moving.
On to the next
one. And this one also one of the ultimate examples. Everything You Want, Vertical Horizon.
Yes.
A song that I'm genuinely shocked we never talked about during the 90s rock series. Even on a Shoulda Beens episode, I'm genuinely shocked that we did not cover this one. Because this song is like, every song here is good. Every song on this playlist is good. But this one is one that I thought I didn't really like as much. But upon, as I kept listening to this playlist, I'm like, man, this song's so good.
Yeah. No, the verses are great. I'm glad that, because I thought it was going to be a Defender or something. And it's like, yeah, it's a little bit, it's definitely Nice Guy. Then there's one line at the end that cracks me up. And I mean, I'll point it out when we get there. But like, this is a good ass song.
This is the second song on the playlist that I had never heard in my goddamn life until Maddie put it in front of me. Once again, Texas is fucking weird. Grew up listening to like fucking the Toadies and Tripping Daisy and thinking that those bands were important. I was wrong, obviously.
Look, if they're important to you, they're important overall, Grant, okay?
Okay, fair enough. But this song kind of rocks. This hits the same kind of pitch that the White Girl Heaters do for me. Especially if I had to compare this to any of the White Girl Heaters, especially from episode 2 with that 90s vibe, it kind of reminds me of Bitch by Meredith Brooks, where I just love the kind of production on this.
Oh yeah, the production is so... I love the little, like, reverse guitars on the verses.
Yeah.
Like, that is... It's, like, weirdly tense for, like, this kind of song. Which... Like, normally the verses are, like, filler. Like, that's true for, like, some of these other songs. I actually like the verses more than the choruses. Like, the chorus is, like, good, it's well written, but that's, like, kind of the reason why people hate it. Like, it's a little bit... It is kind of Nice Guy. Like,
yeah, it's a little bit Nice Guy, but I will say, like, reading these lyrics, it's not like, I wouldn't say it's like Nice Guy. It's just sort of like, hey, you have this guy who should be everything that you want in a person, and yet he's not really satisfying you. Like,
yeah.
It just it's a very open-ended song. It's not like, oh, I'm the solution. It kind of is, but it's not fully that. Like, it's like,
well, at the end he flips it, and he's not what she wants either.
Yeah, I mean,
boom.
But I
think so. This, like, falls into a growing playlist of songs that I really like that are like around the theme of like a man being perfectly fine and you shouldn't marry him anyway because it's like you'll either resent him now or later. This is Calf. This is The Way I Loved You by Taylor Swift. This is Calf by Death Cab for Cutie.
No,
borderline it's Christine by Lucy Dacus. Like these are all in the same.
Miranda, I have one of my songs, like one of my own like Hannah songs is about this. I will send you it and you can put it on the playlist.
I'd love to see it.
It's like if Treat You Better by Shawn Mendes wasn't written by an asshole. Okay.
I love it. I don't think it's like inherently like a bad thing because I do think that it's just like
this line. Everything. I am everything.
Yeah, that one's a little bit weird.
I'm gonna wear your skin. It's like if the line in Jerry Maguire was like, "I complete you." It's so weird.
I complete you. I'm your skin.
It's a little bit much. It's a little.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be a white boy heater if it wasn't a little bit over dramatic, you know.
For sure.
I am everything
that
inside
drama, that dramatic energy is
I give you gender
really
envy.
completes things.
that joke's just for me.
Oh God, yeah, this song's so good.
Yeah, this is so good.
Let's see how.
Yes.
Let's see how this gets ruined. No, this is not ruined. This is
Kelly
good.
Clarkson.
It's Kelly. Okay, this one's good.
Slay.
Sorry,
I love her.
I got this mixed up with a different song later on. We love Kelly.
She reminds me of my mom.
Love Kelly.
Like Kelly Clarkson is literally like if my mom had a talk show, and it just makes me really happy. Like. Please don't change the pronouns.
Again, she's put out some really interesting cuts on karaoke over the years.
She did a Muna song.
I'll
she does it
my
so
Radiohead.
much. She has to.
I do feel like
it's part of the gimmick of the show. It's like, hey, I gotta do a cover like every other show.
Because that's how she got her start, right? Like American Idol.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, don't forget, I can sing someone else's song good as hell.
Yeah, and this is again, like compared to I guess the Glee version, this is Kelly gets the song. She gets the song on an inherent level and is able to provide her own energy to it, but like still keep to the spirit of the song. You know?
Yeah. And I do think, coming from a woman, I do think like it might, like it feels a little bit like, more like I'm begging my friend to not like stay with this person that they don't like, or like I'm recognizing this inside you.
Yeah.
Which feels a little bit less insidious than like coming from a man.
Oh my god, no. Like this is like, is this not like the plot of Frances Ha if it's sung by a woman? Like
amazing.
Fuck yeah.
We love Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kelly.
Yeah, this again, good cover.
I think she doesn't always get
and
it
she
right.
doesn't do the whole thing, which rocks to me.
It rocks? Because
I think it's good that she doesn't do the whole
Sometimes I want
thing.
her to do the whole thing.
Sometimes, but I do think that like I can hear a minute 40 some of this song and be like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you want to be left wanting more versus
we all
like,
kind of like the song. Like
we love the song.
Hell yeah. Oh,
shouts out Kelly Clarkson. Did we ever talk about Kelly Clarkson on White Girl Heaters, Grant?
She will be making an appearance on a future episode. Is all I'm going to say.
Okay, good. Because she's got lots of White Girl Heaters.
Oh, you think I didn't consider Kelly? We haven't.
Of course, you had to
we
consider.
haven't talked about Kelly or Nelly Furtado. That is like both of them. They're both coming on the third episode, Hooked on Pop. I guess I could just say that now. It's gonna be more of the pop oriented stuff, but.
So wait, are you doing like I'm Like a Bird or like Turn Out the Light?
It's come down to yes. It's come down to those two songs.
Turn Out the Light kind of that song kind of goes.
Mm-hmm, that was my introduction to her.
Like there's all these weird triplets. Like she invented Migos. No, that joke didn't even work. Let's hear the Oasis song, which sounds so much like Whatever It Takes by Lifehouse that it like is so distracting.
Oh yeah, Lifehouse. I did consider Lifehouse for this, by the way.
Well, you talked about Hanging by a Moment on the Butt Rock series. So.
Yeah,
which is I think that's the reason.
Like if you did like one of their like the kind of heaters more in line with this, it would have to be like Halfway Gone or the other stuff I listened to on Sirius XM, The Pulse, on the way to middle school.
The only other song I know by them is that It's You and Me and All the People one. And I think between the two, I would definitely have gone with Hanging by a Moment, which Will for Thrill got mad at y'all because y'all didn't like that song very much. And I'm firmly in the Will. I'm in Will's camp.
It's fine.
That song rocks.
Yeah, but speaking of, so I mentioned that there were some songs that I didn't put on here because we probably talked about them during a previous series, or like if it's ours, we've kind of covered a lot. Oasis was one. I'm picking a pretty unusual Oasis song. You would think if I want to go for a white boy hitter with Oasis, obviously we've already talked about. Why am I forgetting the song name that
Champagne
everyone knows?
Supernova?
Wonderwall?
We already talked about Wonderwall. You would think, I would do Don't Look Back in Anger, but this playlist had to feel personal to me at the end of the day. Like I had to have heard these songs on the radio. I did not hear Don't Look Back in Anger growing up. I did not hear Champagne Supernova growing up. But you know what I did hear on the radio growing up? I heard Don't Go Away by Oasis from their much maligned third record, Be Here Now, which, take a shot. I did rewatch the
Maddie,
Tom
I
the Shadows
literally
Train
brought
Records
a
episode.
shot in because I knew the second we brought up fucking Oasis. You were going to bring up the Train Records and Be Here Now.
Of course. I decided to go with this one. Just because like, I grew up...
Do you mind if I interject and say that
yes,
the Reddit comments are wrong and Oasis is shoegaze?
I mean, here's the thing. They're on Creation Records, right? Like,
oh yeah. Oh wait, they are. Yeah, they count.
They're on Creation, so like, very clearly, like, I don't think you get Oasis without shoegaze kind of coming in and sort of the shoegaze wave kind of setting the stage for Britpop later on. Because like,
I say that
Laura was a shoegaze band when they started, you know, like,
and I say that in jest to a certain extent because like Wonderwall is notably not a shoegaze song, but like
no,
Be Here Now is so badly mixed that it kind of counts to me.
I will say, this is again, obviously the backstory of this record is somewhat infamous, but in the very weird off chance you do not know, this was of course their much anticipated follow-up to their first two records, which like kind of came out of nowhere with how big they were. So this was sort of like, this record comes out in the full, like, all right, Oasis are the top band, not just in Britain, but like maybe the biggest band in the entire world, you know? And this is a record where basically they just, it's excess. This record is complete rock and roll excess in all of the best and worst ways, and mostly the worst ways. It is, again, the guitars, there's so many of them, they're so loud, they're so high up in the mix, the songs are all so fucking long. This is, again, Noel is seemingly spreading himself very thin as a songwriter. You start to see the limitations of him as a songwriter, you know, that you kind of rush this follow-up to an extent. It's very repetitive despite being so long. But there are still good songs here, including Don't Go Away, which I think the song is great. I think it's probably, gun to my head, what's my favorite Oasis song? I would say Don't Go Away.
Wow.
I respect the choice. That would not be mine. My choice for this episode would have been Don't Look Back in Anger, just because that is a song I grew up with because of Rock Band, obviously.
Of course.
The most important piece of technology ever created, the Rock Band guitar controller. But I do respect the hell out of this choice because I do think this song is good. It's like the one shining light in the album. But I have mild history with Oasis. We all grew up listening to Wonderwall. Being a twin who makes music with my twin brother, obviously Gallaghers are always going to be brought up in comparison, especially... Who's
the Noel and who's the Liam in your guys' relationship?
I talk to my brother, so I don't think we could be the Gallaghers. But I do love this song. I think this is a very good song. It's one of the few times where the production on Be Here Now actually kind of works, because it's more of a pulled-back song, so they can't overproduce it. If this had like...
It's still very overproduced, but they can only go so far.
I want to add to that and say that, so my writer friend Kristen Essie, who also wrote the shoegaze article that made everyone on Indieheads on like the subreddit angry. She has a theory about Oasis of how every song, like, you could sing it in like an earnest kind of straightforward Noel way, like Don't Look Back in Anger, or you can be a nasally brat about it like Liam is. And to me, this song works because it's maximalist Oasis, and because like Liam is like, no, go away. Like, it just does not, it doesn't work if it's like a normal song. Otherwise, it could be just...
you need the power of Liam's voice to kind of kick this song over the edge. You know, like Noel doesn't have a bad voice by any means, but like he's a little more low key as a singer, whereas Liam goes big when he needs to. And this is a song like, if this is a record, if this is going to be one of your big singles on this record, you got to go big with it. And Liam is the right choice, even if some of his vocal inflections are maybe a little too whiny and insincere for it to be fully pulled off. But
no, but that's why I like it. Of like, it has to be a little bit bratty and ironic. Otherwise, it doesn't separate itself at all from any of the other like white boy heaters.
Mm-hmm.
And like he actually heats it up. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would agree.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Do you say his name Noel?
I was just fucking thinking
or is it
that.
Noel? Is it like Noel Miller?
It is
like,
Noel.
I mean, that's the way you can say the name. Like, it's
but
Noel,
is that how he says his name?
I think he says it Noel.
He's British,
I think he
so
says
I
it
think
Noel.
No, I think because he's English, so he would say Noel.
What,
Maddie?
I'm sorry, that's not
did
the
you have
point.
another Puss in
how
Boots
many
moment?
fucking episodes in a row is this where someone questions the way that I pronounce something? This is what, the fourth or fifth one in a row where someone's like, "Why'd you say it like that?
Why'd you say it like that?"
I'm just curious. I'm open to the idea that it could be Noel, because like that is a way to pronounce that same like spelling of the name. I'm 26. I'm aware of Noel
I think if
Miller.
he was really full.
But I do think he's British, so I was like, in my head, I've always said Noel, because that's like a very like 40-year-old British man way to say.
Yeah, like
Noel
Fielding, you know?
Yeah.
It's no, it is Noel. I'm just more used to I guess the American pronunciation of Noel.
Noel.
Noel Gallagher. Yeah.
Well, time to torture y'all with a YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't really. Again, I had
sold by the fuck.
I had to search far and wide for a good one with this, but I did find one of
the YouTuber's name.
YouTuber name is Christ of Rock and Roll.
Oh no!
And I believe this is a Japanese man who I think just does these covers on YouTube. And here is his cover of "Don't Go Away" by Oasis.
It sounds like the original.
Well,
this
here's
song
the thing.
is so long.
This is a karaoke video. This guy's just doing karaoke to the song. Let's just say. And yeah, this song. Here's the thing. This song is fucking long, and yet it's one of the shortest ones on the goddamn album.
Yeah, they're like, because there's All Around the World, and then like they do All Around the World reprise 2 songs later, right? Like it's like 11 minutes of just that chorus.
He's in the power stance.
Yeah, he's in the Liam power stance. The arms behind his back. He's got one of the like Liam.
Maybe he's handcuffed. We don't know.
He's being forced to do this cover.
There's someone with a gun just
against his will.
Okay.
Oh, okay. The hands came out.
Hit the high note, Christ, or you'll get the hose again.
Okay. Don't fuck this up.
He's dressed like Michael Myers.
No, he didn't even.
He does have the Michael Myers jumpsuit on. This guy, he can't stop nodding. He can't stop nodding.
The way he moves his head, it's like a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic that like reacts to certain like short syllables versus long syllables. Like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Like short ones he nods up and down, and then long ones he goes side to side. It's like, this is impressive technology for this man.
Yeah.
5 Nights at Noel's.
He sees the rock band chart in his mind, and he's trying to. If he turns his head a certain direction, he'll hit that note.
He does literally every long note. It's like,
yeah,
like he's eating corn, and very short note. He's nodding like a bobblehead.
Like, he's a full step off.
Well, say we were always kind of like this since the last time you were on the episode, Miranda. We've just gotten way worse. We've gotten worse. Like, oh yeah, we'll maybe save the cringy videos for the live streams.
No, Miranda, are you okay?
Miranda is sinking inside of her chair right now. I will turn it off. I will pause.
Ooh, no.
Go away.
I will let you.
You know what it reminds me of?
Out.
So, like, I have a pretty good ear enough that, like, when, like, my mom's, like, friends are over, they're like, "Oh my God, Hannah, can you play the song from Les Mis?" And I'm like, yes, Sharon. And I would play it, and it's just like, I dreamed a dream of time gone, but it's just like monotone. It's not even tone deaf. It's just no pitch at all. And she's just like drunk off her ass. Like, my mom and I called her Sharon Von Drunken. Like, it was a whole thing.
God.
But yeah, that's what I'm thinking with this guy.
Yeah.
Can we please?
Thank you for sparing me, Maddie. I can't deal.
I would.
Yeah,
here's the thing. If this guy showed up when I was in LA at the drawing room and he did this, I would fucking standing applause. I'd be standing ovation.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy, he fucking killed it.
I would tell him to go away.
I would not be telling him to go away. I'd be like, go again. See, that wouldn't be me. I'd be like, no, please stay on.
And what's next?
Oh, well, I was going to, before the next song, I want to read, he does, in the description, there's a little bit about the song. Liam Gallagher claims to have cried whilst recording the song as a result of dwelling on a certain thing. He said in a 1997 interview, "I just thought, fuck that, I can't be singing this song, and I had to go away and sort myself out." Listening back to the song, he admits he's very proud of his vocal performance.
He should be.
It's a really good performance.
Like,
maybe like,
it's the only reason it works.
Yeah, I cried recording the song that I didn't even write. Like, I didn't even write this song. And
I mean, sometimes
cried while recording it.
Sometimes it happens.
It happens.
What's a well-written song?
I cried to rock and roll. Let's see. Oh, by the way, his profile picture is him in the anonymous mask.
Not the Guy Fawkes mask.
And he's still at it. He's still posting covers bi-weekly.
He posted
you know?
Do not share that.
Roxanne cover yesterday.
Do not press play.
I can't handle it. But
no, I'm not gonna press play. But I just want to look at some of the things
we need. He's live until the end of this podcast.
He's on an 80s kick.
This is someone that Gavin may have to do a deeper dive on.
Oh yeah, we're gonna send this to Gavin. Gavin will find everything we need to know about him. But
Gavin will find his home address by the end of the night.
Yes.
All right, this is one of my least favorite songs in the entire list.
What?
Let's do it. Just get this over.
Next song is "Out of My Head" by Fastball.
So it makes me think of
what is wrong with you?
A blessedly under 3-minute song. All of these songs are 4 minutes or longer, pretty much.
So I will tell you what's wrong with
early 2000s, and I can't stand it.
Think of the the bad things, which was the Machine Gun Kelly and Camila Cabello.
Yes.
Sample.
Oh yeah.
Where she just yells like, "I want to do bad things to you," and it is the worst.
So bad.
I actually kind of like the Camila Cabello, like the new song that she just put out, the one where she tries to be Charlie XCX. Which again, what is wrong with me? But
it's awful. It's awful, but I respect it as my take on the Camila Cabello song.
It's like salute emoji, like, yeah. And this is also, I just hate this kind of, like, Run Around by Blues Traveler is, like, the same kind of, like, song.
Oh.
Blues Traveler, he may be on volume, they may be on volume 2. They may be on volume 2.
And this is just, like, it's not even CBS score. The song smells bad. I don't like it.
I'm totally unfamiliar with this song.
Of all the songs to smell bad on this episode,
it's not the only one. It's not the only one.
I'm looking at
the next song.
Yeah, the next song is like
Yeah.
So me and Gavin and Max, not to spoil it, but we today have been working on a playlist for an episode just called "Free Hug Shirt That Reeks of Weed Core," and like the next song could fit right in on that. I don't think this is stinky. I like this song. I like Fastball. I like The Way. I like Out of My Head.
I think this one doesn't smell like weed. It just sounds like alcohol to me. Like,
Well, that's
Stale
not a bad
He
alcohol
does literally
song.
say, sometimes I feel like I'm drunk behind the wheel. He does say, that's one of the first lines of this song.
Well, feels
kind of
like...
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he is. Just because he feels like
Yeah.
I never mean to do bad things to you. If you're
God, yeah,
sad,
which,
then
by the
it's
way-
time you spoke up. What does that mean?
By the way, yeah. Which, by the way, the song, the cover I have, it is not the Machine Gun Kelly song. Although, again, I did think about it. Actually, let's listen. I do want to listen to it because I do want to because I haven't heard
Do
that
we
song.
have to?
So this was
Just the hook.
So
Just
the reason
just
why
the
I hate
hook.
this song more than like any other kind of Machine Gun Kelly like run of the mill bad song is because it was freshman year in college. It was my roommate's roommate's like wake up alarm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
That's
that'll
so
do it.
funny.
It was that was spring 2017, fall 2016. It was Closer by the Chainsmokers.
Perfect
Great
song.
song.
Banger.
Great song.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's fine. This one is not.
This song is terrible though. This song is it is very bad. It's very bad because this is like
You'll hear it.
Camila Cabello is one of our worst pop stars. Like, she's not very good at singing, or at least she makes the worst possible choices.
Yeah,
She's been
like-
around for years, but
why did you have to flat that note? Like, why are you making a seventh chord without
It's like-
melody?
How have you been around for years, been in a girl group that was huge, and you still have, like, the same level of clout as, like, those fake Albanian pop stars, like Ava Max and stuff?
Like,
Yeah.
like how Dua Lipa is one of those, but she escaped,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she found Stuart Price.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
God.
like they swap places, almost.
Yeah.
Oh God. Every single time I think of Dua Lipa, I do think of the great I'm not Catholic tweet, our good friend Rob of Dua Lipa and that dress got me acting strange. Someone said Kosovo, I said you mean Greater Albania. I love that tweet. Every single time I see Dua Lipa, I think of that tweet, and it's just a beautiful thing.
I think
And
of like the.
what's also a beautiful thing is this reggae cover of Out of My Head
Oh, no.
God.
by
This is gonna kill me.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we're
From-
getting some authentic reggae right here.
we got a bunch of white
Tim
boys.
Robinson on the trumpet right now.
I'd say boys is a little bit of a misnomer here. These are men.
They've got a
Grown
level-
ass men.
They've got a festive Christmas situation going on. They've got the
This-
fire on the TV.
Oh,
They've
fuck,
got
this
a
guy has
stock.
Yeah.
beanie. Okay, I gotta take off my beanie now because I can't be. Because like I like it. It makes me look.
Man's has got 3 keyboards.
I don't know. Like it makes me look more like Q and Fem when I have this beanie. But like, what if it makes me look like him?
No, you again. You're not. Here's the thing. Number one, you're pulling off the beanie much better. This guy's wearing a
Yeah.
beanie because he's clearly balding and he doesn't want to show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
want to
I
show
know.
it.
type beat.
I'm not balding.
Temple
Thank you,
type
hormones. But
I'm losing my mind at just all the stockings around the TV. Do you think it's for all of the band? Do you think they all sleep in one bed together like the Who's and the Grinch?
so actually, I think the opposite. I think they're all insanely rich, and this is like one of their mansions,
Oh yeah.
like one of the guys' mansions.
Because
And
how
it's-
else?
Why do you have 3 keyboards?
Yeah.
Oh, you just know that sax player is a cop when he's not doing this.
I
He
I
does
think
look like
all
a
of them,
cop.
all of them are probably cops, except for the lead singer, who's Eve's
He's a
group
weed
pastor.
dealer.
And I say this as a Jewish person.
He looks like a fine brother.
He does.
Yeah, look at this guy. I think of the
Wait,
fine brother that always wore a beanie.
Sorry, one of my favorite. Okay, thank you. That gives me opportunity to one of my all-time favorite memes where it was when they tried to trademark reacting.
Oh, yes!
And so it was like, this guy comes up to the club and slaps your girl's ass, but you can't react because he'll sue your ass. What do you do? And just a picture of one of the Fine Bros.
God.
You cannot react because he will sue your ass.
Ooh.
All right.
Ooh, he's hitting that shit clean.
They're all pretty talented, but like,
but they look like cops. So
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
I don't.
God.
Yeah, I don't like either version of the song. It's just, I think I have the same reaction that Miranda does for like If You Could Only See. It's just like, unpleasant.
Sometimes something just doesn't hit you right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you finally spoke up then. That's all I gotta say to that. Let's move on to our next song. Now, okay, this next song, here's the thing. This next song would absolutely 100% be Two Princes if we did not already talk about it on a previous episode, and we didn't already have the ultimate discussion of it.
Yeah,
because I don't think we can't touch that
song
again.
You can't touch Gavin's comment on the song.
Why talk about Little Miss Can't Be Wrong? I
feel like you have to talk about, when you're talking about white boy heaters.
Sure,
you do have to talk
I think
about
it could have just been a mention, because this song stinks. In so many senses of the word. This is a musty Spin Doctors song.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I mean,
but
I like this. I like the snare. Like, like they are the only band.
I like the way it sounds because I like generally the Spin Doctors. Like I like kind of their, or like, I don't know. I'm like fine with their like whole vibe, but like, I don't know. I think if it was half as long, I think it would be better. That's like one of that. Like this is like a victim of the 2000s where every song is 4.5 minutes long. Early 90s, whatever. 90s. Even, I mean, still CD era stuff where it's like,
like CD era.
Everything
Gotta
is
get your money's
so
worth.
long, and it's like.
And it's not just that; they do come out of the jam band scene too, so that's
even
probably
worse.
also what adds to the length.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta be honest here. I don't think this song is gonna do what Gavin said Two Princes would do. No. This song would not start a race war.
No one is gonna start a race war over Little Miss Can't Be Wrong.
No.
Over Two Princes, yes.
Two Princes, perfect song.
I believe
Two Princes, awesome.
The quote.
I'll put the clip in post.
Yeah.
I'll put the clip in post.
This song is the 90s. Like, straight up. This is like the first song I think of when I think of the 90s.
Straight up, if you want to have a race war, play this song in a room and watch white people strut their way in and just fucking throw a bomb. Like,
what the
fuck? That's a tip, and I'm serious. We love this shit. Like, there's something in our brains. Like, the four white people in this call are fucking jamming out. Oh, here we go. Let's listen.
Here we go. Absolutely.
Yes.
All-timer.
But I'll put the clip in post. In short, we talked about Spin Doctors, Two Princes on Gavin's Should Have Been Number One's episode, and he said that like if you get a group of white people in a room and you put this song on, they're gonna flock to that room where Two Princes is playing, and you can just throw a bomb in there and you can just start a race war, just based on a group of white people listening to Two Princes. Like,
interesting.
I will.
I believe his exact words were, "Watch whitey strut their way in, and then just throw a bomb if you wanted to start a race war."
Yeah. Which was followed up on the next episode by Chris Farron saying, I was going to have a race war comment on this one, just out of context.
We're bringing up race war so bad on that 90s series. This song is fine. It's not as good as Two Princes, but nothing is. Nothing is, except for one song on this episode that I will defend with my fucking life.
I'm very curious which one that is. Oh no.
I'm gonna go.
Is it that one?
It's probably not the one you think of, but This is just, it's whatever to me. This is just like some I hang out with Gavin. Gavin's my brother, and he loves jam bands and stuff. So like anything with a guy going like yibbity skibbity dip for like 5 minutes or whatever, it goes in one ear and out the other. I've listened to so much Fish, and I couldn't tell you a word of any of those songs. You know, it's just like the way I could tone out Gavin completely. I can just, all of this music, it's just in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, how much time do we have in this song?
Well, I can tell you one word you can hear in a Fish song, Grant, that you probably remember.
Oh no.
Okay, yep.
Taboot. I haven't pulled that one out in a while. I haven't pulled out the taboot and the soundboard in a little bit. Here's the thing. Yes, the song is musty. Yes, it is a pretty misogynistic song. I think you could draw a direct line from this song to the discography of Future. But as here's the thing. Sometimes you can do a little misogyny. The song is good. All right, this is an unwritten rule in pop music. But if you don't like the song, I don't blame you, because I think Two Princes clears this easy. But this was a hit at the time. This song, like, it wasn't as big as Two Princes, but the song was a hit. You know, like, people want to call Spin Doctors a one-hit wonder, but like, this song like did pretty well.
Yeah.
You know, like, obviously Two Princes eclipses that, but you know, still, this song was a hit in its own right, and I think it's a fun song, but also I completely understand any criticism of it. Completely understood.
Yeah.
100%.
I think the best and worst thing I could say is that if it came on in a CVS, I wouldn't leave the store. Like,
yeah, totally.
Like,
okay, so I have the wrong video. This is the one I originally put on, but I consulted Gavin because I was mixed between two videos for this one.
No.
And I was like, which one should I pick? And Gavin was like, look, yeah, the second one's funny because the kid's just kind of fucking with him the entire time he's doing it. But you can't really beat a bunch of old dudes. You can't really beat a bunch of old guys performing their cover of Little Miss Candy Ron. This is the Soul Mystifiers.
Okay. Yeah, that's...
I feel like when people are like, I hate the hold steady, this is what they see.
Yeah.
That is the most perfect peepaw I have ever seen on the bass. Like,
is that... like...
That's like a guy that's in witness protection. Like, that's a guy in witness protection.
Grandpa's singing.
Lead singer's moving like Mick Jagger. He's got the moves like Jagger.
And it kind of looks like if Bill Murray was like cosplaying as Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
Miranda's not even watching. She can't watch. She learned her lesson with the Oasis
this
guy.
one's not as bad.
I think
for something about like a group of people doing something to me is inherently less hard to look at than like one guy doing something.
I mean, this is the patriarchy to me. Like, just this. I know that's like a Barbie movie tier joke, but I'm just like.
This is the final boss of misogyny right here. This
is the entirety of like, yeah. I mean, that's the thing with like white boy haters is that yes, like the entirety of society has been structured for hundreds of years around assuming white boys are superior, and it's like
imagine like going home for like a slumber party and your dad is doing this in the garage with his buddies. Like, how do you explain that?
Or they're like having the digital fireplace in the Fastball cover.
They're hanging the stocking. How many views does this have?
This has 78 views. It's from 5 years ago.
Can you? Do we have to do this?
No, we don't have to watch the entire thing. I don't have to watch the entire thing.
That felt longer than the original song, and we were halfway through. It's 2 minutes.
This again. These white boys, Soul Mystifiers on Reverb Nation.
That's all I have to say.
They probably upload with CD Baby. Sorry, that's yeah.
You're right. That's a reference. Here's how you understand the generational divide. Zoomers and millennials, they're using DistroKid. Gen X, they're using. I think Gen X is in between. I think that you can go either way between DistroKid and CD Baby. Boomers and above, CD Baby 100%. Like they have no idea what DistroKid is. They're using CD Baby.
So I think Gen X might do TuneCore.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Because
that's
their buddy works at TuneCore, and it's a favor. Even though like DistroKid is probably better for them, just giving the pricing structures.
Mm-hmm.
They're
but
just
it's like, oh, we got a good deal on TuneCore, so we got to take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, you're completely right. Or they think, oh, because it costs more money, I'll get some more people. Like they have that kind of weird logic. But let's keep it moving. We're gonna keep moving. Again, another song. Again, one of the first songs I threw on this playlist had to be on here. I believe we talked about this. I don't remember what episode.
We may
have touched on it.
Yeah, we talked about I'm Yours on the middle school slow dance episode.
Wait.
Yes, and the next song, The Remedy, Jason Mraz. Again, one of the other ultimate producers of this era is, of course, The Matrix, who are responsible for hits from Jason Mraz, Avril Lavigne. I think they very recently mentioned, again, Take Another Shot, Grant, on the most recent Train Records episode about Faith Hill's Cry, because I think The Matrix did a song on that record. Grant is actually taking a shot, by the way. They can.
So, do you mind if I interrupt? I'm pretty sure
go ahead.
The Matrix didn't do this, or they might have like co-written it or something.
I'm pretty sure. No,
okay,
I'll double check.
No, because they wrote it, but it was produced by John Alagia, who, unsurprisingly, also worked with Dave Matthews Band. Yeah, obviously.
Written by Mraz and production team The Matrix.
Yeah,
and they are credited as songwriter, but they're not the producer.
Yeah,
but still, again, The Matrix. This is one of the Matrix. This is the Matrix era
for sure.
I didn't realize this. I'm reading the Wikipedia page right now. Occasionally, while performing this song during his shows, Mraz would include a sing-along with the audience to Oasis Wonderwall.
Beautiful.
So
I rock
this
with
song,
Jason.
Yeah, I mean, the verses are like weird, and I hate like I says the comedy is that it's serious. Like,
yeah,
you could probably do a pretty good like, epic dramatic reading of like these lyrics.
This song's fine,
But I will say, no, the chorus rules. The synths in the chorus, that's like my favorite production detail in any of these songs, other than like the reverse guitar and Everything You Want. It is so good that Great Grandpa made an entire song based around that chorus with Bloom. They just took the chorus and made that for 3 minutes and then stuck an outro to the end that I actually don't really like in that song. But whatever.
I mean, I gotta hand it to Jason Mraz. I don't think I've ever liked a song of his, but he was like the second male bisexual celebrity I knew about besides like David Bowie. So he's got to be respected as representation for my kind. But could you make a little more interesting music? Is my only request.
I'm gonna push back on your. I don't believe he's bisexual because I don't think a bisexual would write "I'm Yours." Like that's just one of the straightest songs to ever exist.
He came out, Maddie. I know this.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe you.
I'm gonna push back on. I think "I'm Yours" is bisexual man vibes for sure.
Okay.
Like
you're more familiar than me.
On a scale of like Limp Bizkit Nookie to like it's You Make Me Feel Mighty Real Sylvester, like I'm Yours is like the perfect zenith in between the two.
Okay. That's fair.
So now I'm wondering if like, because Jason Mraz and Colby Calais did a song together, did Lucky together, and now I'm like,
yes.
are they bi for bi in that song?
Is Colby Calais bisexual?
I hope she is. That would
I know Vanessa Carlton is. I don't know about
more like Cole bisexual in that case if she is bisexual.
Cole bi Calais. Yeah, no, I don't think.
Okay, yeah, nothing. Again, was married to somebody or. Yeah, they got engaged. Okay, yeah, nothing.
I think it's more because I think I mentioned this before we started rolling, but she did a cover of Rude by Magic, where she didn't change the pronouns, and that blew like Mini Hannah's mind. It's like, and also like early Hannah crush. So it would be very validating to Mini Hannah.
There we go.
My inner child needs healing.
Let's see. So I couldn't really find a super funny one. We're not going to watch the entire thing because this is 6 minutes long. We're not going to watch the entire thing.
My God.
But this kind of gets at the original idea that I had for the sort of coinciding playlist of a white girl covering the song. This is the one that, like, again, because it's this white boy rapping. Like, this song is half of, like, it's a hip hop song at times.
Yeah,
so seeing a white girl try to turn it into like an acoustic song is just makes me want to crawl into my own skin.
You could say that for this cover, the comedy is that it's serious.
Yes. But of course the description is, "Hi guys, I cannot sing fast lyrics to save my life, as you will now find out."
How is this being filmed anywhere outside of a fucking coffee shop? Like, the fact that this is in a home right now is baffling.
The layout of this apartment too is baffling a little bit. Hallway kitchen.
Reminds me of I was gonna say, it reminds me of the RXK Nephew song where it's like, that's an apartment, not a house. You cannot call an apartment a house when I'm in your house with claustrophobic. Like,
Yeah,
this is one of those.
This is an apartment.
Yeah.
This is an apartment building, for sure.
This is like when you just learn like how to use the wall tool in a Sims game. Like, you make this exact layout.
You're like, oh, where am I going to put the kitchen? I guess I'll just put it here in this.
Put it against the wall.
Cabinets on one wall, no table.
I just don't get. I don't get the purpose for covering, because she doesn't really have an opportunity to develop. She can't sing the fast parts. Like, I just like, she doesn't really have like an exceptional voice for the song. Yeah. Why this song, and why is she? There's no passion in it. Like, at least the Don't Go Away guy is trying. Like,
well,
he's failing.
I guess it does say requested cover, so I wonder if she has like some kind of like a Patreon type thing where she covers stuff that people ask her to, which could be,
Well,
why
good for
you're
her.
doing
I
this
don't
song.
like this.
We have karaoke at home.
Yeah, we have karaoke. We have karaoke at a very upsetting home.
Let's hear some Gavin DeGraw.
All right, yeah, let's move on. Gavin DeGraw, Chariot. So this one was originally, I added this to the playlist because a friend of the show, Molly O'Brien, recently tweeted about Gavin DeGraw, and I wanted to invite Molly on this episode. Sadly, they cannot make it for this one, but I can say that we'll be on volume 2. But nevertheless, Chariot, Gavin DeGraw. We already talked about Gavin on the VH1 episode, the VH1 Top 20 episode that we did. So I had to find a different one from this era, and this one felt like a good follow-up to Jason Mraz, because, the Gavin DeGraw and Jason Mraz, these two guys, you got to put them together.
It's the same thing as Vanessa Carlton and Michelle Branch.
Exactly. Two sides of the same coin.
I love Gavin DeGraw. That's probably an overstatement about how I feel, but whenever I hear a Gavin DeGraw song, I think I love Gavin DeGraw.
I think I love, like, I'm in love with a girl. That one.
I love.
That's great.
The white boys don't really get to do this kind of thing with their voice anymore.
I mean,
except Pine Grove, according to Adult Mom.
Oh God,
that's a poll.
Funny thing to say.
Why did? Oh my God.
I also like this song. I think I enjoy hearing this song.
It's my least favorite of the playlist, but it's grown on me.
Really?
You're fucking crazy, Maddie.
Yeah, this is nowhere near the worst song in this.
I will say it's. So he has another song called "Cheated on Me" that's the exact same song as this. Sorry, I'm like, because I took notes on all of these songs before he came on here, and like one of the first songs I ever wrote sounded so much like this song, because like I was a piano person and I thought I was a piano guy, so like, okay, Gavin DeGraw is my role model now. Like,
is Gavin DeGraw the most American Idol a musician has ever been, like, in history? Without being an actual contestant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
He is
Daniel
what they
Powder,
were going for, almost like for like 10 years.
Yeah, I want to say Daniel Powder, but like his song was on the show,
Right?
Because
Not
so
The
you can't really
association.
count that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this
But,
song
yeah.
a lot. I remember really liking it as a kid. I mean,
I will say
revisit-
it's a.
I was
little-
worried it wouldn't hold up, but I've really realized I do like this song.
I will say it's a little bit weird that like he's doing like kind of a white, blue-eyed soul, like a white boy soul thing, and then like the title of the song is so similar to like the name of a black spiritual, like Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. So I'm like, Gavin, like you're in some dicey territory, Gavin.
Maybe I just like this song because his name is Gavin, and that's the name of my brother.
We stand.
We have a Gavin at home.
And the other thing is that he tried to do like a when I was I used to work at Sony. That's a fun fact about me. And one of the records that I had to listen to check for any like errors was he tried to do like a country record with Jason Isbell's producer, and it was just really bad. Like
Gavin
he worked with
DeGraw,
Dave Cobb.
He really is the fucking Michelle Branch of the White Boy Heaters if he got into country.
Yeah, he tried. He tried really hard to like kind of do like a Jason Isbell type thing. Just a couple of years before Zach Bryan actually got it right, and he just doesn't have the juice. Like this is a good song, but he just was out of juice by that point. Like he doesn't have the juice.
He was on Dancing
It's in these
with the
fucking
Stars.
notes.
To me. Yeah, that high D is impressive. No, he can sing. He's really talented. This song does make me
There we
feel
go. Again, similar one where I couldn't really find a good one, so I was like, okay, we'll just go back to the original idea. Here's Haley Klinkhammer covering this song.
Awesome last name. Klinkhammer sounds like it's like one of the late 2010s like post-punk bands,
Oh yeah.
like the Gremlin Mindset or whatever.
Although it feels weird to hear this with a guitar, because this is such a piano song,
Yeah.
Yes.
you know? It
Yeah.
doesn't quite translate. Also, that's such a weird lyric. Like, our favorite fruit was chocolate-covered strawberries. Like, he improvised that in the studio because he couldn't figure out a rhyme scheme.
Yeah. Meh.
Meh. There,
I
Again,
feel like
this-
I've seen this exact video on Facebook a million times.
I feel like
exactly.
I saw it at my
That's-
college open mic.
You could
so many
download it on
times.
YouTube or on iTunes.
on iTunes.
Why?
Slay.
I
don't know.
never just like. I mean, this person actually seems like they like the song.
363,000 subscribers.
Good for you, Haley.
Good for
That's
her.
why you can download it on iTunes. Is because she has.
Let's see.
an
Is she still around? Let's see. She's still. Yeah, still
Yeah.
around.
good for
Less
her.
active, but still,
No.
you know, still
Clarity by
posting
Zed.
covers.
I like that she's
Wow.
doing. Wait, I want to hear one of her original songs. Hold on. 'Cause
Let's
she-
see. This.
Yeah, because she has lullabies. Yep. Wait, okay.
I like that she's actually in like a baby's room.
Yeah, I was about to say the quiet
That's
baby
a
sleeping
nursery.
song. Oh, it's actual
Oh,
fucking
real lullabies.
lullaby.
Okay, well,
No.
okay.
We'll
That's
turn
not
it
really an
off then.
original.
We already did this episode, Maddie.
Yeah, we already did the
yes.
baby songs episode. Sorry,
People
People
young
of a
of
young-
age.
a young of age. Okay, this one might be an original. It's called 3.
She's got a good voice.
Yeah.
Good voice.
Pretty voice.
I don't know
It's-
how else to describe it, but
it's-
like
it's
I
post-Taylor.
watched this video. I'm like, I was like, yeah, this has very sister vibes.
Yes!
You know, like
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
This is like.
this feels like it could be my sister.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all we got to hear. Let's keep it again. This is not about the white girls. It's about the white boys. All right,
Yeah.
white boys got to keep on cooking.
What
even-
And
Oh no! Fuck.
Our next song is John Mayer, Your Body is a Wonderland. Now, here's the thing. I could have very easily have picked a different song. You know, I could have picked off this record.
No such thing as
I
a great
think you
song.
nailed it with this one.
I mean,
Why do you
I
think
think
it's a great song? I hate this song so.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to continue with like Jason Mraz, Gavin DeGraw,
This
you
is
gotta, John Mayer. You got to do John Mayer,
the
and you
worst
got to
song
do
on
this
this
one.
list by some degree.
I can't. I again. Here's the thing. I want to say that because John Mayer is a despicable person. Like, he is a menace to society.
Yeah.
And this song is like nasty.
Also,
but
the line about like your skin like porcelain, like, and then he says his dick is a white supremacist. Like, fucking, why do people associate with him?
Because he can hit that. Because he can hit those notes so goddamn clean. He's so good at guitar.
Oh yeah, no,
You
he's
know?
great at guitar.
But again, his before. It's important to note, like, before he did Dead & Co., his reputation was in the fucking dirt. Like, Dead & Co. was like the beginning of like the kind of like the rebuilding of his reputation. Where now it's like, oh, he's kind of like a cool guy, like some alt comedy stuff, and he does the jam band stuff. He's a great guitarist, you know.
I think
Where
that
it's
actually
like, this.
I think that started with Continuum too, because like Gravity is a great song. Basically, the less he sings about women, the better.
Mm-hmm.
I also hate the drum fill, like the before every 4 bars in the chorus. It's such a dumb detail, but it drives me up the wall because the song is already so compressed as it is. And sorry, this is me going into full like autism audio engineer mode, but but it sounds like Dave Fridman mixed it, and I don't know why.
I feel like Waiting on the World to Change would be more of an Essential White Boy Heaters type beat, but I don't really listen to John Mayer. I don't really know anything about him or his drama or his jam band shit. That's all Gavin core. But for this episode, I did a little bit of research, and I came to the horrible conclusion that he kind of looks like someone used a smudge tool on Kyle MacLachlan in some instances. And unfortunately, that makes him kind of hot to me, but it seems like he's a nasty person in real life. I don't find him hot. I have to disassociate the Agent Dale Cooper of it all from him.
Well,
I realize this
good
is a
news.
nasty pervert.
Good news is that John Mayer may or may not be bisexual, as there was a rumor earlier this year that he was dating Andy Cohen.
Yeah.
He was...
There was a rumor that they were dating. I don't know if it was true
I
at
hate
all.
that so much.
Like,
Actually, no, I love that for him. You know what?
Which one do you think was the top?
As long as he stays away from women, that's fine.
Power bottom John Mayer.
I hope he's not dating anyone from Power Bottom.
Oh God.
We don't talk about that.
Also, this bridge is so good. The little guitar licks he's hitting here. Ooh, baby.
Drake should hop on this and do Your Body is Tea now.
Wait, isn't there a tweet about
how did a straight man write Your Body is Tea? That shouldn't happen.
No.
It was...
Oh my God.
Yes, sis, your body serves.
So, I think it's... I'm trying to make a joke that connects, like, the whole thing of, like, you say you're a lesbian, girl, me too, and then, like, your body is T, so it's, like, Drake being T for T. Like, like complimenting a trans guy's body for...
I should note that I literally...
having testosterone.
Why am
I have it again because only like maybe like at this point only 30 people are probably listening to this at this point this far in the episode. I do have a tweet scheduled to go out on June 1st, 2024 that I believe says something along the lines of, again, everyone needs to stop hating on Drake this month as the first he/him lesbian. Everyone should stop hating on him. So, you know, it's his month too, you know.
So
Eleanor, we have a little Eleanor appearance on the pod.
She's
hi, friend.
losing her mind having been locked out of this room, so she's in my arms.
Poor baby. We're gonna make it even worse for her because we have a cover. We have a cover, and of course, John Mayer.
Cover. Interesting.
A couple of years ago, he made a comeback and he had a very Edie sounding song, so I thought it made sense to kind of take one of his older songs and do it in the same style. So this comes from Mraz with Your Body's Wonderland 80s cover version.
So this is what John Mayer's new stuff sounds like, because he
exactly.
Yeah. And
oh my God.
So, are there any women covering it? Because
there are, but like they weren't funny.
I think
They weren't I couldn't really. I didn't think they really fit the vibe.
Unfortunately, if if a girl sung "Your Body Was a Wonderland" to me, I would unfortunately swoon. But that's because yeah.
This deep into the episode, I'm gonna share a story about my number one association with John Mayer, which is the one and only time I ever slept with a woman. I woke up in the morning and there were 6 John Mayer vinyl records staring back at me from her dresser and like wall. And it's like to date, like maybe the most confusing thing that has ever happened to me is waking up in that room looking at John Mayer's face.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That's kind of like the bisexual lesbian version of like my very similar hookup story with somebody.
It was nuts. Like,
God. That
why?
Yeah, no, that
John
is
Mayer?
No, I mean I used to have a bi friend that she always said about John Mayer, if he wanted to, I would. Like, and she was like my age.
Like John Mayer, I'm gonna say objectively hot.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I'm just not attracted to.
Fair enough.
Oh,
but yeah,
look,
no,
to the male
there's a reason he got
attracted
around.
part. The male attracted part of this podcast agrees. John Mayer, kind of hot.
Well, I'm not male attracted, but I again, you gotta.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand.
Yeah.
The dude got around. The dude got around so
There's
much
a reason.
in the 2000s.
I mean,
like
when
he's like being like, like buff heartthrob, I get it. But if it's just like him, a guy.
Well, yeah, of course his vibes are rancid. He's got some of those rancid vibes.
Yeah, but no, when
Nasty
he's
man.
like showing up his muscles, I'm like, okay, I see why somebody would be attracted. Like, I get it. But I don't know. The smudge tool thing is exactly why I don't find him attractive. But I could cancel for not finding John Mayer attractive.
We're doing that right now. We're
causing
canceling Hannah.
Causing like 3 weeks of discourse on trans Twitter because I said I wasn't attracted to men.
It's lesbophobic because of Miranda's person that she slept with loved John Mayer, so
Yeah, and also
lesbophobic and biphobic.
It all comes down to just like gay experiences. They all have bad taste in music. Maddie.
Also, yeah, your boyfriend is. Yeah, so we're gonna just go. I have the music video itself, and then a special video attached to it. This is one of the creepiest music videos ever made. This is an insane video. It's Amitri Roll to Me, which is a fucking banger of a song.
Amazing song.
This is the best song of the episode to me by far. It's
up there.
This is a 10 out of 10 song to me. Like, this song is all chorus with one bridge, but when you have a chorus that good, like, you don't need anything else. I could listen to this song on loop for probably hours, genuinely. The music video is upsetting.
It's terrifying.
It makes me feel like I'm watching Gummo. It's like the nasty shit in John Waters, but also Apex Twin, and also Skinamarink. It's everything that's upsetting, and I don't think that's the intended purpose, but it reminds me a lot of the 70s film The Baby, which is about an adult man that is abused by his family members to keep him as a baby so they can keep welfare checks from him. It's incredibly upsetting, and so is this video, but the music video could have been a snuff film, but as long as this is the soundtrack to it, I would groove to it.
So I don't love this song. I think I just don't
What
really...
is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I'm sorry.
Again,
I've been understanding with most of these if you don't like them or if you do like them. This one though, this is just
like
what's going on?
It's good, like it's fine, but I just don't love like these kinds of like you can count on me kind of songs. Like I'm just thinking of like the Bruno Mars song "Count on Me." How I knew the National was cooked is that they had a song like this at the end of First Two Phases of Frankenstein. Of like, when you're sad, you can call me or whatever. Like, I just... it's just
Well,
kind
that
of
song
one
isn't
note.
"Roll to Me" by Amitri, which is just a fantastic power pop song with a
Amen.
creepy video where all the band members,
I mean, yeah, it's fun.
they're
Again, I would not leave.
Their adult heads are attached to babies' bodies,
I would
like
not
George
leave the
Lopez style.
CVS if it was playing in a store. I just wouldn't really pay attention to it.
Also,
I do like that it's
blissfully
short. Yeah, I do like that it's short.
Blissfully short.
I really respect how short it is.
All
And
chorus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the chorus is great. No, it's a good song. It is just, it just doesn't really hit for me the way that like Everything You Want or like. some
Maddie,
of
we
these
can't
others
just
do.
play Joanna Newsom on the pod. We'll get copyright stricken.
It's not Spotify. It's not. This one's not from Spotify, so I think we might be okay. Again, was very hard to find a funny one, so this is the closest thing I had. It's Orlando harpist Christine McPhail with her harp cover of "Roll to Me" by Amitri.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
This is just beautiful. This is just
Slay. I love this.
She's getting it.
Yeah, this works.
Okay,
I'm
I
lovely.
put yeah.
I'm relaxed. I'm
This
gonna
I
take
like. This is great.
Ooh.
gonna take a nap. It's gonna be great.
Like if Joanna Newsom sung a cover with this harp in the background, I think I'd be into it.
Her and Andy gotta link up, do a cover. I think Andy could kill it on the vocals. I think.
Oh yeah, no, that seems like something that would happen in like a Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode.
I believe I brought this up on the Wildin' at the Water Park episode, but this is my second best water park song ever written, only second to Heaven by Los Lonely Boys.
Oh yeah,
good
song. Yep.
Which in its own way is kind of a white boy heater, but in a different world.
I don't think again. Here's the thing. It is. They are not white, but it is.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is a song that it is a race war song. It is a song that if you again you draw white people to a room with that song, you throw a bomb, you start a race war. Even though the Los Lonely Boys are not white, but again, it is spiritually a white boy heater. I completely understand. But let's keep it moving. We got 2 more songs left, and our next one.
All right, here
this
we go.
one. Here's the thing. Third Eye Blind, we talked about them a lot during the 90s rock series. Of course, we talked about Semi Charmed Life. I selected Jumper as one of my should-have-beens. But one that I think like that I definitely had in the back of my mind of like one to pick as a should-have-been was, of course, Never Let You Go, their lead single, and really the only hit off of their second record, Blue. And this is the first Third Eye Blind song that I believe I heard.
Really?
I heard this before Semi Charmed Life.
That's crazy to me.
That's probably true for me too. I remember this song like vividly, like on the radio and stuff.
I
was at the swim
This
club
one
and this came on. I'm
is
doing dives off the diving board, doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
Best summers ever.
Yeah, this is such a summer coded song. I actually didn't know this was Third Eye Blind before I got onto this episode. I knew of the song, and I remember liking it in my childhood, but I didn't know it was them. I actually like this better than any of their other hits. I don't like Jumper at all. Like, that is a song I could do without in every capacity. I like Semi-Charmed
Well, you haven't
Live,
heard me do it at drunk karaoke, so you know.
Okay, that might actually change my opinion on it now. But this song I genuinely just really like. Like, this has such great summer vibes to me, and that's all I really want in music at this point in my life. I could do without any art whatsoever, but if you write a song that's like, I'm having fun and it's hot outside, I will listen to it and I will love it.
Aw.
Yeah. This is Soak Up the Sun level
Yes.
summer bangers.
Yeah.
Sounds like Soak Up the Sun too.
So I'm
in a lot of ways.
Was Soak Up the Sun, was that on one of the White Girl Heater episodes? We talked about, I think
it is. Sheryl
was
Crow is full of those.
It was
We
on
did talk about
we talked about
if it makes you happy.
We talked about Soak Up the Sun on the first one, and then
Yes,
on the
you're
second
correct,
one we
you're
talked
correct.
about If It Makes You Happy. Sheryl Crow was
Correct.
the first double dip. Well, technically
Yes.
Michelle Branch was the triple dip on one episode, but like,
Of course.
So
Nevertheless.
this is. So a fun fact is that I don't know how to pronounce Stephen Jenkins,
I believe is
I think
is the
maybe it's
pronunciation.
pronounced Noel, but
Noel.
God, shut up. Oh, god damn it. Puss in Boots.
Steven,
Hey,
Why'd you
Heather,
say it
Puss
like
in
that?
Boots. There you go. That's my new line, I guess. Anyways, continue.
No, Stephen Jenkins was married to Vanessa Carlton for a while, and he produced some.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, some
Yeah.
songs from her.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
some of her best, like Hands on Me and like No Little Fairy Tale and White Houses, where apparently he wrote the bridge about her losing her virginity, which is totally.
Here's the thing with
normal
Stephen
thing.
Jenkins, very similar to John Mayer. Stephen Jenkins is a menace. Like, he, as a guy,
Yeah.
he sucks. He's an awful guy. But god damn it if he didn't write some of the best songs ever made in the 90s. Like, this song,
And
all the
produce
singles
them.
off of self-titled, like, very talented man. But holy shit, he's a menace.
Yeah. So this is the song that I said sounded a lot like Let It Rock.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
You're not wrong.
Because I can't hit the falsetto right now because we've been talking for an hour, but
Mhm.
I would sing along of like, "When I bring the fire, make you come.
Let it rock, let it rock. We gotta do a rave DJ, yeah. We gotta get a rave. Grant, can you get
So,
a rave DJ?
You need
Maddie,
like the
I'm
two
so
melodies
sorry.
side by side because they're the same.
Maddie, I'm so sorry, but Gavin just sent me a video and said stop everything and show this on the pod right now. I
Okay.
don't
Oh,
know.
God.
I don't know what the fuck this is, but I'm sending it over.
Yeah. When Gavin has that to say, it's like that either means it's gonna be the greatest video ever made.
Okay, it's
or
called
the worst
Food
video.
Slideshow. He said it has a good soundtrack, but we'll figure out what the fuck this is.
I hate the white boy rapping here. Like the weird spoken word stuff
Oh
at
yeah,
the end.
it's very forced. It's like, oh, again, you did it on Semi Charm Life and everyone loved it, so put it on this song, even though it doesn't really
it kills
fit.
it kills the song a little bit, but I mean it's still a good song.
It's at the very end, so
it's definitely
who
one of those
cares?
things that like I had stuck in my head for years before like I knew what it was called.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like,
All right,
quick,
here's-
Suzanne, before it goes away. Yeah. Hold on.
Here's Food Slideshow from the YouTube channel Danica.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Tacos.
Okay.
Gavin,
The
what
soundtrack
the,
is-
what the fuck is
there's
Stacy
gotta be
Orico.
more to-
This is not a white boy.
Yeah. Gavin, I think Gavin got the episodes mixed up. Chocolate muffins.
What the fuck is this?
Chocolate chip cookies. This is a slideshow of this woman's favorite food
What's
set
food
to a
slideshow?
Stacey
Wait.
Orico song.
Is this a John Shanks joint?
Pizza,
Pizza,
duh.
duh.
Pizza.
That's a shitty looking pizza right there.
Yeah, no, that
No, it's the underdog. it's
blueberry
not.
pancakes.
Okay.
Pasta. Where are the strawberry? Where are the chocolate covered strawberries?
More
More
pasta.
pasta. Food slideshow, Stacey Orico.
Oh, the movie maker
Thanks.
credits in that font. It's so ugly. I love it.
Thanks, Gavin.
Thanks, Gavin. Thanks, dude. All right, here's the video I have attached to this one. Well, I have two. I have a cover and I have a live performance of the song during a football game, and you get to see Stephen Jenkins during this time. Dog shit haircut. Holy shit. Bad haircut. One of the, like, for what is a relatively normal haircut, it is impressively bad. And it just does not fit his face, the longer hair. Like, that's a dude that needs to have short hair and short hair only. Yeah, we have the Bears and the Lions. He's got the double neck guitar.
Basis is
they're-
dressed like a private eye.
He's like dressed like Inspector Gadget. He's kind of looking like the guy from Savage Garden a little bit in this video with the sweater. I did debate between playing this or the
Oh my
Jay Leno
God.
version, but having this awful choreographed dance with what looks like a couple dozen dancers on the football field. It just
His hair is not great in this. I have
It's
to
bad.
admit. It's very like one episode Full House boyfriend type hair. Not a fan.
I'm surprised that he's only very off and not like the Don't Go Away guy.
yeah, this is like the energy of this performance is really bad. The dance routine is awful from
Yeah.
what we've seen so far.
Like playing nothing
why
on the
is their
double neck
stage
guitar.
presence
Yeah, why the double neck here?
I believe it's from the music video. He had a double neck in the music video.
Okay.
So
I don't mind his hair, but I think that says something about me.
I think it's a little bit too similar to my hair. So underneath this beanie, which is why. What's
It's
the line from
very
Riverdale? Like,
aggressively
you've never
90s.
seen me without my hat.
yes.
Without my hat on? That's weird. But yeah, my hair is too similar to him, and I don't like that.
Oh, they've got the fucking.
They got the
arm tube man.
wacky waving inflatable man. No, they're spinning around. They're
What?
spinning around the flags.
Okay,
Yeah.
apparently it's recess in kindergarten.
Okay, I can't take any more of this. It's let's move to the cover. This is from British Racing Green. Grant, I watched this video and I was like, this gave me No Lonely Hearts vibes watching this video.
Oh no! Yeah, I see it.
So we have I guess a bunch of British men,
Oh,
all in
Maddie,
Adidas tracksuits.
You made a horrific choice deciding to bring that name up on this episode because today is the day before the 1-year anniversary of our podcast discovering No Lonely Hearts. So
Oh my god, yes.
tomorrow is the official 1-year anniversary of us meeting Aiden, Alex, Brian, Dylan, and Oliver, the boys that aren't gonna make it.
For Miranda and Hannah, because you're probably not up on the lore,
Yeah.
which rightfully so. This is a boy band we've been gang stalking for the last year.
Not a joke. Not a joke.
Our friend Sarah, their partner works at like a marketing firm, and they did marketing for this boy band called No Lonely Hearts. And Sarah was posting clips of like the music video before it came out in our chat, and we all very quickly got obsessed with how weird the videos were, and just seeing this boy band try to make it, like
They play
trying to do the
almost
old
exclusively at cheerleading camps. They've been at it a year. They do live events where they live stream their music video debuts, and it's not uncommon that only members of the Indieheads podcast Discord will be in these calls. I think one time there was someone else there that was a fan and or friend of theirs who ran like a vape shop, and he was like, yo, Alex, I'm so excited. And we all were like, we can't do this. There are actual people they know there. So we all left, and I think it was just vape shop guy and a few cheerleader girls in the entire group chat. This does give me major No Lonely Hearts vibes, but none of them look like a gecko, so it doesn't give me the same thrill that No Lonely Hearts does.
True.
I
You know
think
what I hate?
but
I hate when British men obviously think they're hot.
Yeah, none of these guys like this
All
main
these guys,
guy,
they're
he's
like
not hot.
making eyes at the camera though. They believe it. That guy especially, and he is the best
he's
looking
trying to
of
be
them. But
he's trying to be
but
Matty
he
Healy
is-
so bad.
Well, he's like trying to give like F1 driver,
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
The guy in the center with the guitar, not him,
The white jumpsuit.
yeah,
Yeah.
white jumpsuit. He kind of looks like Mr. C's son from Twin Peaks: The Return, like the shitty Audrey Horne's kid that showed up and like
Yeah.
attacked Mrs. Horne and Johnny. Like a
Yeah.
striking resemblance.
This guy cannot sing. The guy in the black jumpsuit
Yeah.
cannot sing at
yeah,
all.
so
He
what-
looks like
hold
a
on.
member of Turnover.
So
Uh,
he can't say. Why is the higher harmony mixed lower? Like the whole point of that chorus. I don't know.
Because
point of the chorus
they
is the
don't know
higher
what they're
falsetto.
doing, I bet.
which, by the way, but we didn't mention the setting of this music video is them in like a garage, like a mechanic's garage.
Yeah.
Like they hopped inside Los Santos Customs in GTA 5 and recorded this music video.
They're all in like matching Heaven's Gate Adidas tracksuits. This is weird.
Yes.
A weird concept for a video. Oh, I hate this.
British accent.
The
Honestly,
only way to
description-
make this worse is to make it British,
That's
Yeah.
that
true for a
ending.
lot of things.
Which, by the way, the description. Oh God, no, we're not to this yet. Not to
No,
this
no,
yet.
not Kid Grannis. Don't.
Yeah, no,
Hold on.
Again, that was one I had a harder time finding one. Anyways, the description for this video is "Never let go of D's nuts." #Godin. This video came out in
December
2023
of last year, and they D's nuts in their description. Unforgivable.
Yeah. Awful. Let's move on to our final song.
Maddie, before you get to the final song, I'm gonna need you to hit a video I just sent in the podcast chat. Because it's time.
Yes.
What is going on?
AJ Moser.
There we go.
AJ Moser.
It's gonna be a Sugar Ray summer, everybody. Our next song is "Someday" by Sugar Ray.
Oh yeah.
Friend of the
one
pod.
of the best songs ever made. I think this is the best song on the playlist. This is the best song on the playlist.
I think
like
if you put When It's Over, that would be a contender for best song on the playlist.
I think we talked about When It's Over on 90s Rock, which is why I think it is the Someday.
Someday's pretty good too. I think this is another very summery one.
Absolutely.
Shout out to friend of the pod, Mark McGrath, who gave us one of the genuinely one of the best cameos
ever.
Legitimately, put his heart into 6 minutes worth of content talking about the 90s alternative rock scene. Had some very nice words for Gavin and for AJ. Genuinely, made me think better of him as a person. And
yes.
I mean, I like every Sugar Ray song I've ever heard. I've talked about the fact that I like Water Park Core. I'm like, Sugar Ray are the final boss of that kind of music. So
yes.
Naturally, I just kind of radiate to stuff like this. So there's not much I can say that I haven't already said about Sugar Ray on this podcast, aside from the fact that the vibes are immaculate and Mark McGrath is a very good singer, I think. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah, the song rocks.
Kid Rock once said, Kid Rock said, "I get more ass than Mark McGrath."
Don't believe him.
Again,
no, not a chance.
A bigger lie has never been told, because Mark McGrath, come on now. He's a wife guy, loves 90s alt rock, very nice guy. Of course, looks exactly like Ethan Hawke, of course, as we all know. Yeah, that cameo was insane. That cameo, we got it. Again,
he talked for
really,
5
we
minutes.
couldn't top that.
Yeah.
We couldn't top. We stopped doing cameos after that because we couldn't get better than Mark McGrath.
I think it was the 1-2 punch of Mark McGrath sending in such an incredible cameo, and the Buck Cherry guy sending in the worst dog shit we've ever fucking
Oh
seen.
my god! I paid $100 for that.
You paid $100 for.
It was $100 for Josh Todd from Buck Cherry, and it was an awful cameo.
Yeah.
It was 10 seconds, and we asked him his favorite 90s music, and he listed himself his new album that just came out.
Dog shit.
Go fuck yourself, dude.
But yeah, the production here is so good.
Yes.
I love the way the drums sound. It's so punchy.
This is David Kahn, right? That would make sense because he's. Yeah. He also did. Regina Spektor's canceled Highways from Sunday, but
ooh,
he also did Begin to Hope, and he's great. He's kind of one of those journeymen. I guess Steve Lillywhite doesn't count, but it's just everything he does is just going to sound really good and really open and clear and all those audio buzzwords. It's great.
Everyone's just vibing right now.
Yeah, we're just vibing. This is just a beautiful song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Sugar Ray summer, everybody.
Happy Sugar Ray.
It's going to be a Sugar Ray summer every summer.
I think
Did we talk about Sugar Ray on the Water Park episode at all, or was that too obvious?
We have to have.
So
we might have talked about a different one, but we definitely had to have
One really cute thing about this is I like that they fade away when they're and we fade away.
Yes.
That's
very similar to songs that stop when the word stop is said.
Yeah. It's cute.
Love it.
Ooh.
All right, let's hear Kina Grannis.
Yeah.
So fun fact about me is that I actually used to love these kinds of covers, and now my sis-straight brother loves these covers because his girlfriend does, and they must love all the same things all the time. I actually just interviewed somebody who used to do this kind of cover, and then they're now like a industry songwriter writing for like K-pop groups, and I just interviewed them on my newsletter. So, yeah,
this is like the most college radio a song has ever sounded to me. You know?
Oh my god, yeah. Fuck, this would have made
all the joy.
Yeah.
This would have made middle school Hannah like swoon.
To me, like to do a good like Sugar Ray cover, it has to be something that I could imagine myself lounging to and also cracking a beer to, and this does not pass the crack a beer test.
Absolutely not.
I think just because I don't drink, I'm just like, yay, pretty girl singing to me.
Like, you know what? That's fair.
I'm a simple trans woman. I was gonna say a slur for myself, and I decided against it. I'm a simple trans. I like that. That's the band that did like "Welcome to My Life," right? Simple Tran. Sorry. Dumb joke. Tran is not a slur, but like.
Oh yeah, Train. Which, by the way, I think the only Train song I would have considered for this episode was, of course, "Drops to Jupiter," which we already talked about on the VH1 episode.
"Drops to Jupiter." So. Now that's a fucking song.
That's a banger.
That would be the best song on this list.
We have so many, Maddie. It's hitting me. We have so many goddamn episodes that are all basically the same concept, which is let's just listen to songs we liked when we were kids. The Water Park one, the VH1 a top 20 countgasm one, the White Girl Heaters, the White Boy Heaters. We just want to return to the minivan.
Yeah, as we stated back in 2020, Butt Rock was the last time that anyone was happy, and that's why we keep returning to the well.
We laughed when you said it, but
was I wrong?
Yeah,
I'm never wrong. I've been right about everything I've ever said my entire life.
Sorry, this really does take me back. Like I ate these covers up.
I feel like this would have done numbers on Facebook back in the day.
I mean, it's still 113,000 views. It's not
it's
too
not
shabby.
Bad, you know. But like, this would have been something your mom would send you on Facebook in like 20
Yeah. And my mom still sends those things to me. She also sends karaoke's to me.
Hell yeah!
And just any Kelly Clarkson interviews, because she loves and is basically Kelly Clarkson.
Hell yeah!
Like that's why I love Kelly so much.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said this earlier. It's like if my mom had a talk show, this is exactly what she would do, and I love that. Like I love that. Like I sometimes joke, like I would come out to Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah. Well, then that wraps up Volume 1 of White Boy Heaters, as you, the listener, cannot see. But of course, I do have a second playlist ready to go for this one.
I'm
with,
already seeing some all-time bangers on this.
Some more songs that I missed.
Thomas.
Oh my god!
I love him.
Which Rob Thomas are we? Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm seeing my boy Shrek. And, Maddie, I'm gonna have to be on this episode to talk about that song.
Oh, of course, you have to be. Again, if it is a white blank Heaters episode, you are there.
Okay.
Oh my god! So I'm not familiar with all of these. Oh, There She Goes is a good song.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. These are like too good for this.
Yeah.
Sorry, Maddie, all I'm gonna say is, will Alec Felder be making a cameo for our very first song?
Oh, we gotta. Yeah, no. Alec Felder has to at least make a transmission for one of these songs.
You know what? Like, so. Sorry, this is another Sirius XM The Pulse. Core.
Go for it.
But like her Diamonds, the Rob Thomas, like immaculate. I think that's his best song. I
love him.
Yeah, he's great.
I think Rob Thomas is like the final boss of White Boy Heaters, the way Michelle Branch is for me for White Girl Heaters.
I think
he's the king. Yeah. He's the king.
Yeah, and he deserves that. Like, he's the one joke in. I know I already referenced the Barbie movie, but like, he's like the one part of the Barbie movie that like everyone universally agrees is still funny, with like all the Ken singing "Push" by the beach.
It's so good. It's so good.
That is actually everything else about that movie has been discussed to death. that part is still fucking hilarious. Like,
it's so good. It's just such a pointed commentary, and it's just you can't. It's hilarious, and you can't disagree.
People
with
are
it.
like, "Oh, he should have sang Wonderwall." I'm like, bullshit. No,
Push is again.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It is a perfect
like
character choice.
Just obscure enough, but like it was a big hit. Like it was perfect.
Put like Wonderwall is like a fairly gender neutral song. Push is a song by a man. Like that's a song by a man.
I think like Her Diamond is Smooth a song by a man. Yes.
Yeah, Smooth is a very
I do like so Rob Thomas, that's a wife guy. Like he wrote like Her Diamonds and Smooth. It's all about like his wife who struggles with like an immune disorder. That's what Her Diamonds is. And it's like and he also like lifts up artists. Like he's fantastic. Like
he's a known Japanese breakfast fan. He has like a song of the day. He's posted Jay Brecky before. Again, Rob Thomas, good guy.
I don't know like what he's like as a person.
Seems like a nice guy. Here's the fact that we don't really know, like the fact that I can't think of a Rob. Exactly.
Like maybe
the most controversial thing that he's done is the song Push. People being like, because at the time you were like, oh, this song is like supports domestic violence. And it's like what are you talking about?
It's
like, what are you talking about?
It's about being abused.
Come
there
on.
We go. Mary Sullivan.
Very able guy, strong supporter of gay rights.
Hell yeah.
Someday, not to be confused with the Sugar Ray song, but Someday was about or not about, but it's like We'll Live Our Lives Out Loud, but like the video takes place at what's strongly implied to be a pride parade. Like I remember seeing that, and we stand honestly,
but we stand. But that concludes White Boy Heaters Volume 1. Thank you all for listening. Let's see. Next week on the pod, it's a bit up in the air. We were supposed to do Youth Group Music 2 at some point, so that may be the next episode. Or alternatively, we finally dive in to the man, the myth, the legend, one of the ultimate guys in the world of music. I am, of course, talking about the one, the only Eric Alper. We'll be doing a dive into the mind of Eric Alper on an upcoming episode. So that may be our next one, or Youth Group Music Volume 2. It's kind of up in the air which one it'll be. Or really, we might even take an off week because I'm moving. I'm moving the next week, so we may end up taking an off week, all things considered. But nevertheless, thank you all for listening. Hannah, Miranda, anything you guys want to plug before we head out?
Sure. I write a blog at aplan.fyi. It's vaguely about music, mostly about me. I do a podcast called Endless Scroll that is about music, except when it's about movies. And I guess that's it. Follow me on Twitter at Miranda Reinert. Thank you.
And I actually have a lot of things to plug. So I recently started a newsletter focusing on mostly the opposite of White Boy Heaters. It is all like queer musicians. There's Victoria Vark, Early Eyes, Maria BC. That episode just came out today. I also just mixed half of and mastered an album by Forrest Cameron called To Finally See the Sun. And that's gorgeous. I'm really proud of working on that album. And yeah, like you could follow me on Twitter at Hannah Jocelyn C. And yeah, definitely subscribe to Transient Peak. There's a lot of really cool interviews that I'm working on. I just did one with Fan Club Wallet. Gordy's going to be on it. Like, I'm very excited. I feel like it's like I'm starting to kind of find a groove. I'm also doing a series where I interview. Sorry, if this is so long, you can edit it down. But
I'll two times it. I'll two times it.
No, go ahead.
Just kidding.
No.
Kidding.
Because sorry, I'm just really proud of the work I've done there, and I'm just excited to keep growing that because it's all just like the nerdiest interviews where it's informed by my experience as an audio engineer and like as a queer person. And we just kind of get into the weeds and we don't really talk about queer identity or anything like that because I feel like every other fucking interview with a queer person is like, what's it like to be whatever? And I'm not interested in that. I just kind of want to talk about gear with some nerdy like musicians. And that's what it is. And yeah, I'm really excited for where that's going.
There we go. Alrighty, thank you all for listening. We'll see you next week if we're doing the pod. Well, again, Discord. I'll tell you in Discord if we're doing an episode next week, depending on my move, or we'll see you in 2 weeks, no matter what. So, thank you for listening. We'll see you next time, and yeah, bye bye.